Good morning, everybody. SoCalSabre, Bill Thornton here. And today I'm going to give you a January update since I haven't published a video in a little bit. What's going on? It's a cold, windy day here in Victorville, California. Woke up to snow on the ground. Not very much. I just called it a sprinkling. Being born and raised in Buffalo, New York, I know what real snowstorms are all about. If you see what you like, hit the like button. Help me out here. Subscribe if you choose to, and push it out on your social media channels. Some of the things I'm going to be talking about today are some of the games I've played in January, the changes to the playlists. As you can look down, I'm rearranging the playlist, and I've created a couple more to separate the board games from regular board games, sports board games, and war board games. Make it easier for people to find something if they want to. I'll talk about some upcoming videos, and then I'll finish it up with a little bit about myself and how I'm doing in these days of COVID. Okay, games that I played. Well, my war game, the new one, new to me anyway, in the month of January with Paths of Glory. Had it on the board for quite a while. I did a lot of studying of the rules, a lot of videos, and then I played through, 5 or 6 turns as it was. And I kind of got it down, but I put it away because I come across and ordered GMT Games is making a product of Stuka Joe's CDG solo system with boards and markers and cards and so forth. So I ordered that, and when I get it, I'll bring Paths of Glory back out because I have the Illusions of Glory also. And the P500, I have Pursuit of Glory, so I'll have all 3 of those. But it also works with Washington's War and some other things. So if you're interested in a way to play these card-driven games solo, check out Stuka Joe's solo system. Check out GMT Games' product that they are producing. Also, I was finding it pretty interesting. While I was playing this game, because it's World War I started reading the book Duffys War. It's about the fighting 69th out of New York City, the Irish regiment. And I'm finding a lot of interesting things. I picked this book because my grandfather was a sergeant in the fighting 69th in World War I, and he knew Fighting Father Duffy. There's actually movies about Fighting Father Duffy, and that is quite a famous regiment in that. And I learned so much that I wish I had the hindsight now that when I was young, to sit and talk with my grandfather more about what he went through, especially in New York City, being Irish, the family coming over from Ireland in the mid-1800s, and then the war and the fighting 69th itself. But, Monday night quarterbacking myself, it doesn't do no good, but I am learning a lot about that time and that history and some things about my grandfather that I did not know. So that was cool. And the book it's called Duffys War. If you look at it in the war, some of them he's called William Thornton, so in the other version he's called Bill Thornton. Same name as me. Now I did sports this month too. I broke out a game that I've had for a long time. I don't know if it was one of my second or third sports games I bought when I was starting to get back into sports board games, and it's Status Pro Baseball Advanced. Really neat system, uses facts. It's done by Derek Beckner, and there is a Facebook group on it, Status Pro Baseball Advanced. So the project I started this time was a 30-game season, the 1986 AL replays. I use 30-game systems because that's what I've been using in all my games. So that I can see the end of the light at the end of the tunnel sometimes. So it's working real well. I'm about 15 games into the season. I'm liking it. I don't know how many more I'll do before I put it away and bring something else out. But I also had brought out APA Hockey. I hadn't played it much when I first bought it. I played it a little bit, so I had to refresh myself on the rules. But I had ordered the set from them called the Franchise All-Stars. So I decided, and there's 32 teams, so I decided to do a 32-team single elimination tournament. And it takes me about an hour and a half to 2 hours to play, but I could probably cut it down if I wasn't so stat orientated, but I keep a lot of stats. And so having fun with it. I'm in my third game. I'll probably play 4 and then pack it away and give them another game a chance. So pretty good hockey game. There's some, these will be in my consideration when I do my sports games of the year this year. Any games that I play this year will be in consideration. Okay, and what videos do I have planned? Well, the first one I have planned, I hopefully is going to get out in the next couple days, is Tainted Grail second shipment. I've had Tainted Grail since it first came out in the first shipment, the core box, and I liked it, and I played it, and I put it away, and it's been away for a long time, so I need to get it back on the table anyway. But last week I received a second shipment, and it's got 3 boxes with expansions in it. One is the I forget them now. Anyway, the goals that you get when on Kickstarter, and 2 expansions. Then there's another box with just expansions, and then there's a box that supports the core game and all the expansions. So I'm going to unbox that this week, give us a look at that, and then within a couple weeks, I'm going to do a video on, probably this one will be me playing. I'm going to do a video of 4th Street basketball. I did 4th Street basketball unboxing, but this one here is going to be demonstrating the play, and I'm going to demonstrate the use of facts versus dice. And then, so that everybody can see how they like, what I like, and then whether they like, and if they got the game and they hadn't ordered the facts, if they want to buy the facts and so forth. So that's one I've been thinking about for a while, but I'm going to have to bring the game out, refresh myself, and before, I don't want to make too many mistakes when I'm playing. It's not going to be that long of a video. It's not going to be a full playthrough. It's going to be playing a little bit to demonstrate the system and using both facts and dice. And then all you Shenanigans members out there, I haven't forgot about you. I still plan on continuing that series on the history of shenanigans and that. As I said before, things are tough. Now that the stay-at-home order was lifted today for our county, finally, again, maybe when my daughter gets back, she can get over here and help me with the photos and that one day. And it's coming. Haven't forgot you. About me, I'm still in self-imposed isolation, except for having to go to the doctors or the dentist and things like that. My biggest problem that I have right now, and I've had this whole time in isolation and during COVID, is getting a haircut. Long hair drives me crazy. But if that's all the problems I have, I'll be happy when this is all over. I did receive my first vaccine shot. I'll get my second one on February 10th. Beside a sore arm, I had nothing to speak of that worth even talking about as far as side effects. So that was pretty cool. A little bit bummed yesterday that the Buffalo Bills got eliminated by Kansas City in the AFC Championship. I really thought, even if they had lost, that they would have played a better game than what was played and had a better plan. But big improvement, in the playoffs again, all the way to the AFC Championship. It was a long time since the Bills have made it that far. So I stay a Bills fan. I've been a Bills fan since 1960 when they came into the American Football League, and I'll go down that way. The other teams, my teams, are, that I wrote, if you saw that one about sports and that, it tells you why I root for these different teams. But the Celtics, they're doing pretty good. They've lost a few of their stars for a while due to the COVID protocols and so forth, but they're doing pretty good. I think as of last night, they were in 3rd place in the East. Don't know how far it'll go, but they're going to be very competitive, I believe, all year long. And then the Buffalo Sabres, hockey's back again. Sabres have played 6 games. This is a crazy schedule with them this year, with this COVID schedule that they got there. They're in a team. They're in a team with 8 divisions. They play every team in their division 8 times. They've played 6 games so far, and 4 of them against Washington. That's crazy. It's really building some rivalries, though. It's getting fun. They're getting a little heated with each other and everything. They're not doing so well yet, but for me, I've been a hockey fan since they were in the American Hockey League many, many decades ago. And looking at their lineup, they should be a better team than what has produced so far. Just having a hard time hitting the back of the net. I think that'll change over time. Those guys are too good to be not scoring much. Well, that's it for me for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, go down there, hit that like button, subscribe, push it out on your social media channels, and let's get the channel built up some more. Help me out here. Okay, until I see you again, take care of each other, be kind to each other, and in these days of COVID, stay safe.